largest BMX sanctioning body, the American Bicycle Association brings you yet another spectacular event. The ABA invites the world to the United States for the American Bicycle Association's World Cup Championship, sponsored by GT Bicycles. Welcome, everyone, to the Toledo Sports Arena for the American Bicycle Association's World Cup Championship, sponsored by GT Bicycles. Now, as I told you earlier, the American Bicycle Association invited the world. 24 countries showed up here to the Toledo Sports Arena for the World Cup Championships to get a chance to get that #1 slot for the World Cup title. Down on the floor, your co-host for the World Cup Championships, Scott Fennell. Scott, tell me what the mood of the riders is for this international competition.
Dugan, the mood is very serious down here in Station for two reasons. The American riders are competing against the foreigners for the very first time. Most of the international riders that are here have not been to America, and so it's a whole new ballgame for both. These guys are serious, and they came to race.
Scott, can you tell me what's going on right now?
Dugan, right now we're going through the qualifying procedure of motos, quarters, and semis for the top 8 for the main event for the World Cup Championship.
There you have it. The stage is set for international competition here at the World Cup Championships of BMX, sponsored by GT Bicycles. We're going to be right back.
It's an excellent day here in Toledo. Wish you were here. We're going to be right back with some more awesome ABA action in a moment.
ABA BMX is one of the funnest sports on earth.
It's a great sport. It's one of the best kid sports I've ever seen. I see how it's done a lot for my son in terms of his confidence, his competitiveness, and his respect for others in terms of teamwork.
I think this is a good family sport because everybody can be involved.
It's fun. It's a family affair. What more can you ask for?
Let's go racing in the ABA and stay off drugs, stay in school, and think 4.0. What we got here is a wonderful bike made in America. This bike will get you from point A to point C. Not. Or GT 4130 American made Vermont. GT Megabyte tires, power series crank. Hit full brake. GT will get you from point A to point B. A little fun in between.
On the gate. Riders ready. Watch the lights.
What's your opinion of the whole time trials this year?
You know, I think it's good because I did good yesterday, but I guess if you slide out or something, that's it for the day. I mean, you know.
The idea in the time trial is to keep your speed up through the turns and rail the turns as much as you can. So basically it's a matter of riding just over the edge, trying to stay in control.
Time trial situation. Clayton John, president of the ABA. Clayton, tell us, where'd you get the idea from?
Well, really, we wanted to enter something new into the sport, and we thought time is what everybody else uses, track and everything else. We just want to show how athletic our riders are, and then give the amateurs something to compare themselves to. Let's join it.
The Aquaman, Eric Simmons. This is your last chance for the time trials to get a good time. You're going for the big money. What's your strategy concerning this?
Try and stay conservative, hold my lines, not slide out, keep fast, stay low. The most important thing is not making mistakes while you're doing it, so just try and keep up.
Eric, with everybody watching and the clock running, are you a little nervous when you're coming around the laps?
No, not really. You really don't even hear it. I mean, they got the music up pretty loud, and you're just kind of in your own zone. You know, you have to really concentrate on what you're doing.
Tell me what your strategy is at this point.
Well, I haven't been getting out of the gate down the first straightaway too fast today, so I'm just going to look for some openings and try to make things happen. I don't know. I don't feel too strong this week, to be honest with you, but I don't know. Usually I can work up to the tack, and that's what I'm going to try and do.
I drew 10th, so that's good. I've got, you know, there's not a lot of pressure in 10th. You can watch a few guys and see how the track is, because the track is kind of slick for the first few runs around, so hopefully it'll start to get a groove and be able to have a look at the track and see what lines are good and what lines are bad. So, yeah.
38 of Anthony Wade. Anthony's a GT rider. This weekend's sponsor, he's out there. I think that's good as Danny Nelson. Anthony Wade, yes, they have no last time. Kenny is running on the time trial. Let's hear it. He's got him. Best time so far on the gate right now. He said he's Booster made for right, giving it for Wade Blue.
Going to try and take the corners wide so I can get my momentum going and try and keep my speed up. And I think that's the secret in this time trial thing. It's a little bit different to racing. We've just got to take that kind of strategy there.
Wade Booth, good job, bud. You got the fastest time. How does that help you today?
It's going to give me good lane choices today, all through the day in Double A. I'm going to try and put the inside all the time so I can get across and get into that inside and try and win into the first corner.
I understand it also makes you a little richer.
Yeah, old $200, that's good. Get some permanent travel and all.
Good job, bud. Good luck today.
Thanks a lot.
You're watching World Cup action here in Toledo.
ABA BMX is one of the funnest sports on earth.
It's a great sport. It's one of the best kid sports I've ever seen. I see how it's done a lot for my son in terms of his confidence, his competitiveness, and his respect for others in terms of teamwork.
I think this is a good family sport because everybody can be involved.
It's fun, it's a family affair. What more can you ask for?
Let's go racing in the ABA and stay off drugs, stay in school, and think 4.0.
La 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 la. in a world full of copycats. Being original. Someone had to set the standard. Krupe Park.
Welcome back, everyone, to the ABA World Cup Championship Finals. It's main time. Scott, tell us a little bit about Eric Carter. You talked to him earlier.
I think everybody's just trying to get ready for the races. You know, these important races coming up right now. The semis. It's a do-or-die situation. I think everybody's just trying to focus in on what they're here for.
The Earthquake, he has been a tremendous powerhouse in the World Cup Series. The master, Matt Hayden, that was the second rider out there. Matt had one of the best times in the time trial yesterday.
Dale Holmes out of England for GT. This time no slouch either.
Let me tell you, in the semis, Dale was putting those guys in the study hall. He is a powerhouse.
Well, what about this guy? This guy has put together some wins. We were talking about it earlier. In the absence of Steve Beltman, when he was out, Billy Griggs took advantage of that. He's sitting in a good slot, I think, with most wins than anybody in the AA Pro class.
Here's this guy here doing it for the new BT free agent team, Darren Mitchell, with a terrific win at our last national that we covered. He's going to be a tough one to beat. You know who this guy is.
Yeah, well, what can you say? When it's numero uno, the boss man, Steve Beltman. This guy's been putting it together. Talked to him earlier. You did too. His back injury. He's coming back.
Steve, how do you feel about the track, guy?
I like it. It's pretty tight. You know, it's making for some interesting racing. It's making for some really tight racing. But, you know, I mean, it seemed to work out pretty good yesterday, so I'll take it.
While you were away, we had some riders come up. Wade Boots, Gary Ellis. These guys are being really strong.
I think it's great. You know, I think, you know, spreading it around a lot. I think I'd much rather have that than having one rider just dominating the circuit, you know, because it makes it a lot easier to make up points on everybody when everybody kind of spread it out evenly. So, I mean, I'm happy about that. I'm just looking to get my rest of my scores in by the end of the year, and it seems it's going to work out fine.
What did this guy do in the time trials?
Yesterday, he was number one, the fastest guy around the track. Anthony Way.
Well, I think this is the crowd favorite right here.
The Australians have really shown the power in this one, Dugan. And you know this guy. He's been in America probably for the last 6 months on the ABA circuit.
He's been training hard. Wade Boots, listen to the crowd. This guy got the fastest time in time trials, as you said. He's been incredible.
They're loading him up in the gate right now. The intensity level down there has got to be incredible.
Where the crowd touches here. These guys getting ready. Everybody respecting their concentration.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, our starter, Bob Wolf, he gets the okay. Gate pop. Who gets the span coming out? Oh, look! Beltman trying to show the power. Boots stuck on the inside. Looks like Holmes trying to get in there. But it's Brian. Oh, look at Mr. Billy Griggs coming on around. He takes over the second spot. Here comes Wade Boots down the straightaway.
Beltman has just pulled away from the pack with the incredible power. Boots in the 2 slot. Griggs sitting in that third place position. Hayden, who's in the 2 bike, is in that 4 slot now.
The guys from down under.
Beltman, Boots, Griggs. Here comes Holmes, followed by the 16, the master, Matt Hayden.
Over the 8-pack they come to the final turn. It's Beltman looking to put it together. Got Boots right there in the second spot. Griggs coming for a third spot. Way bringing it in the 4th place position. It finishes like that. What an outstanding race. We're going to see those guys 2 more times in the AA Pro class. Wow.
What a race by Steve Beltman.
Got up next our 17 and over open class. We've got our national #1 amateur in the United States, Adam McGuire. Looks like he's in lane number 5.
He's going to be the man to beat in this one. Jason Palmer for Haro Krupe. He's right there next to him. That's another tough contender right there. He's been racing a long time. Got a lot of BMX years up this season.
We talked to Adam earlier about his injury. that he was back. We kind of missed him for a while.
How's the wrist coming along?
Getting better. I taped it up so I have a little bit more support, and it's staying together good.
I heard you did well in Rockford. I wasn't there, but I heard about you.
Yeah, top 3 is pretty good for my first time riding my bike in 3.5 months, so it's pretty good.
Scott, why don't you take him down to first straight?
Gate hits the deck. McGuire is the power right out of the middle. He's got company coming right there next to him.
Katakazi, one of our foreign riders. Now we've got a brand new leader.
That is some of the team people that we were talking to earlier, the Sun Chippy riders. Coming up underneath there, that's the 62 bike. McGuire in the 4th slot here in the main event, 17 and over open. Brent Bayado. Bayado, your leader, the 98 bike, in the 2 slot. You'll be looking at there. That's some more of the European riders there, Dugan.
Well, they've got a great contingency here. They come out of turn. Well, I don't know what turn it is. I've lost count because of the double loop here.
Ryan Scott is in the 3rd slot. McGuire way back in the back, followed by the G bike in the 4th place position. They'll end just like that, though, but Bayado gets the win.
Good victory.
Big win for the U.S. there in the 17 and over open class.
Atlanta, April 8, 1974.
Now here is Henry Aaron. This crowd is up all around.
The only thing I wanted to do was hit that home run and get it out of the ballpark.
I think that's going to be a record to stand for a long time.
He said, meet me at the ballpark, Mama. He said, I'm going to break the record tonight.
He's sitting on 7-14. Swinging. There's the drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7-15.
If you throwing the ball 90 miles an hour, he know exactly how hard to swing to get it out of the pump.
Hank Aaron went on to hit 755 home runs.
Everybody said it would never be broken. You know, I thought it was a great moment for me. I thought it was a great moment for my mother and father to witness it. I thought it was a great moment for everyone. If someone come along and break the record, 755 home runs, good luck to them.
A message from Major League Baseball.
The weekend of August 13th and 14th, the $60,000 Downhill Mania Tour rides into Squaw Valley, USA. To compete or just check it out, call 909-866-4565. Downhill Mania is presented by GT Bicycles.
Pettit, tell me what your position is in Europe, BMX-wise.
Well, you can say really 2 positions. The first position I have is being a team manager for GT Europe team I manage. And the second one is that because I started BMX in Europe, I'm a kind of a father figure for a lot of people. They come for advice, and sometimes they come with complaints, and I try to help out as good as I can.
How long have you been associated with the sport of BMX?
Well, really since 1974, when I for the first time came over to the United States. I visited my brother-in-law, who was living in California and was doing motocross. And from that period on, I got in contact with BMX. I found a Kawasaki suspension bike, and that's where it all started, really, some time ago.
How many kids did you bring over this time to the World Cup?
Well, our group is 60 persons in total this time, and we have 34 riders, and they entered in about 40 classes, I think. So that, if you look at the total European contingency, not very big, but still a lot of people from other countries ask me, you organize this trip because our organization doesn't do anything, so I help them out again. You know, it's helping each other. I come over here, and they all love it.
How are your riders doing this weekend?
Well, not too bad. It's warming up for them for the next race, and they enjoy themselves very much. Most of them are new here, so they have a lot of experience, a lot of impressions in their mind to cope with. So they're kind of nervous, but they enjoy themselves very much, and racing is fantastic, I think.
How are you enjoying your stay this time in the United States?
Well, as I told you before, it feels like my second home. It's about the 30th time I came over here, and I like it very much to be in the USA, especially because of the sport, my own sport, motocross, and this sport, bicycle motocross. I love it, and I feel at home.
when I saw you last night, we had a chance to talk a little bit. You told me that you and your wife were celebrating something special. Tell me about that.
Well, we combined our 25th wedding anniversary with this trip. That's the special thing about it.
How fantastic. She seemed to be enjoying her stay, too.
Oh, absolutely. We take some more time off from BMX together, and we enjoy ourselves very much.
Great, fantastic. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. I've been wanting to talk to you, especially on television, for a long time, because you are an important factor, not only in BMX worldwide, but certainly BMX in the European countries, too.
Well, okay, you said it. But again, it's nice to talk to you, Wilson. So I love it to be here again, and everybody's enjoying themselves. And look at the sport; it's a fantastic sport.
14-year-old girls main event. Who gets the whole shot here? Looks like the Webco rider on the inside. It's got to be another contingency from the foreign countries. Ellen Bolensee doing it out front right now. Got to know that's the number 6 of Bolensee in the second spot. The other Webco rider. Got to be Feeney Ackerman leading the pack right now. Webco 1 and 2 sitting in the 1 and 2 slots here, Scott.
Got the 5 bike in the 4th place position. That's Romina Acevedo. Well, the European riders will make you learn your names pretty quick here, Dugan.
Oh, really? No kidding.
3rd place rider, that's the 36 of Kelly Thursby. Thursby doing it for Chris Rayson. They make that second pass through the 8-pack. The number 1 rider doing it for the Webco Mentos team. She'll come across the line. That'll be Femi Ackerman. Femi takes a big win. That's her country. Happy today doing it for the Webco Mentos team.
Ellen Bolensee gets the second slot. Looks like Kelly Thursby for the 3rd place position. 17 and over girls. Oh, the MX Factor rider, Nicola Webb. She was one of the favorites to win this one. Blows the game. She hits it and goes down hard. But it's Darcy Cobb leading the pack. It's Darcy Cobb. Cindy Davis 1 and 2 takes it over. Cindy Davis, Darcy Cobb battling it out. Cindy Davis, the Iron Woman, doing it for Factory GT out of Merced, California, leading the pack over the 8-pack right now.
Lillian Alves, she's in the 3rd slot. Cobb, though, holding her off. Your 3rd place rider is the 98, though, of Lillian Alves. Pair of 3s coming up quick in the 4th and 5th place position. But Davis has pulled away. Cobb in the 2 slot. The 7 bike making the pass there. That's Darian Gubel is for the Webco team out of Europe.
It's Cindy Davis all the way, Scott. Darcy Cobb in the 2nd slot. It'll go Davis 1, Cobb 2. What a race. 1st and 2nd, U.S.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome everyone to the ABA World Cup Championship. Scott, up now, the 2nd round of AA Pros. Let's see how they do this time. Scott, take them out of the gate.
Gate hits the deck. Looks like the GT rider is at home. No, Anthony Way down there in turn number 1.
Look at the master, Matt.
Belton, oh, has to lay it down. Belton and Griggs.
Hayden in control of this one.
Hayden, Way, Carter, the Earthquake in the 3rd slot. In the 2 bike in the 4th place position. That's the Australian rider, Dale Holmes.
Hey, this is going to change things up, let me tell you, as far as count goes for the 2nd round.
Nobody will dominate this time around. It'll go down to the wire in the 3rd round. Hayden still leads them down the backside through the 8-pack. The Master in control. Way in the 2 slot. The Earthquake, Eric Carter in the 3rd place position, followed by Dale Holmes. He'll get the 4th slot with Darren Mitchell and the big man for Voss, Steve Belton.
That's going to change some points up, Scott. We'll have to see how they do it. It's going to boil down to the main again in the AA Pro class.
Like to see that heavy competition. Dugan, how is the language barrier play an effect to the big races like this?
Well, of course, this is international competition, so we've got a lot of different languages here. What the ABA has done is gotten, well, for example, Big Rick Matias, who's announcing on the table right now, speaks Spanish very fluently. But what the other countries do is they'll send representatives down to the table when we're making announcements for the riders from Czechoslovakia or the Netherlands or Germany or France to announce to all the riders what's going on. It's just another way that the ABA is trying to host an international competition and keep everybody informed. So the language barrier, we're trying to overcome that.
Safety first. Yep.
Beach talking to Gary Turner, the founder of GT Bicycles. Gary, you've been out this for about 15, 20 years now?
At least 20 years or more.
And you started in your garage, is that correct?
Yes, it is. I started about 1971, 72.
Now you moved into the high production end of doing quality-made bicycles. Has anything changed in the quality or anything like that as far as the frames go? Or
No, I don't think there's anything changed. I think it's nothing. We've always tried to make even better quality than the last one we made. We've always tried to make quality frames year in and year out. We don't shortcut on anything. We use good quality 4130.
What's the 4130 about?
4130 is an aircraft structural steel material that was developed for the aircraft industry. It's really strong, lightweight material. We've just adapted it to the bicycle market so we can build a high-quality frame that's lightweight for racing use.
So the next step is
Dude, we take and cut the 4130.
Now what's this with the
Biggie, I got to get back in there and build some more bikes. It's great talking to you.
big wheels? Keep on turning.
This is our assembly team.
Hold on, I'm taking a break. Well, now that the bicycle's made out of the factory, hit the jack!
Dugan, we've got 12-year-old cruisers in the gate right now, some big contenders here for the U.S.
Cruisers, these guys getting out in a hurry. A little bit bigger bike, a little bit different class. It looks like the Robinson man, got to be David Kelly. Scott, you know, this was a perfect example. David worked hard as an independent amateur, picked him up the big factory ride this last year, doing it for Robinson.
Got the 2-bike in the second slot, followed by the 56 of Daniel Shanahan. The 2, that's Chad Hernandez for GT, our weekend sponsor. Kelly, Hernandez, Shanahan, and the e-bike, got to be Greg Iron. Doing it for JRS.
Might be a good matchup right here.
These guys are getting together. Amy Oakley. Hernandez will not settle for second. He takes the poke and it's there.
Here they come.
Kelly lays it down. Hernandez will
Talk around. Kelly has to slide out. Shanahan gets the 2. My goodness, what bad luck for David Kelly. Chad Hernandez for Factory GT takes home the win. What a race. What a race.
21, 25-year-old cruiser. Dugan, this is our national #1 cruiser in this one.
Anthony Freeman coming out of lane number 7. He's getting hung on the outside. Let's show if he can pull the power down. Oh, they're dodging a little bit. He slides into second. He comes back this way. Looks like the number 5, Steve Hill, doing it for the Killer Bees.
Those guys get tangled up coming out of turn number 2 there, Dugan. It's the 5 Hill. Freeman closing the gap on him, followed by the 37 bike coming on around. That's Larry Mears doing it for Robinson.
Now Freeman showing the power. He takes it over.
Your national #1 cruiser.
Second.
He leads the pack. Hill falls to 2. Mears picking up the pack in the 3rd slot, followed by your 4th place rider doing it for Fresh Design.
Oh, Steve Hill takes the tumble. Freeman is going to walk to the line here. Mears with the 2nd slot. Little discouraged there. Can he hang on? Yes, he does. Freeman with the win. Mears with the 2nd slot. 3rd spot goes to Scott Freeman. So now, not only does he have a national #1 cruiser title, he just picked him up a World Cup title as well. 9-year-old boys. Main event here, Scott. Looks like the B&E rider getting a hole shot. Coming out of the middle, that's got to be Jared the Jet Model. Oh, he just got swooped on the inside. Looks like L rider for L. Now we've got the number 10 rider coming on around here. That's national age group number 10. That's going to be Jeff Griffin.
The 102 now on the 2nd slot. The G-bike coming up underneath there, trying to take a hold of things. Nothing changing. Griffin, the leader, though, the 10. The 102 in the 2nd slot, followed by the L-bike doing it for L. And the 4.
Jared the Jet, this guy trying to take home a title. He's got to bring it back this way. Over the 8-pack they come.
In the 4th slot, Matthew Sue Purdue going to the big party today there, Dugan.
Yes, he is.
In and out of the final turn. 9-year-old boy.
Jeff Griffin in control of this one. He takes it home for Renegade coming out of Bakersfield, California. Jeff Griffin. Scott, it looks like throw open. is in the gate right now, our main event in Pro Open. Tell us a little bit about the Pro Open.
The Dugan Pro Open is when they allow the A pros to race against the AA pros. Everybody will group together. There's not a whole lot of times that you'll see A pros try to race against the AAs, but allows them for another paycheck. And they got a big paycheck in this one today also.
Let's see what happens. Looks like the gate, no, hits the deck. Wade Boots coming in the inside. Penny holds it. Looks like Beltman getting a little sideways. The number 2 rider, that's going to be Dale Holmes coming on across. Now Anthony Way on the inside, little bump and run.
You got 3 Australian riders holding the first 3 positions. Steve Beltman moves to 2 now. It's Boots, Beltman, Holmes, Wade, the Rooster, Brian Roost in the 5th slot coming on around. Wade Boots, he's the crowd favorite.
Beltman right there in the 2nd slot. Got the 2 GT. Oh, 3rd place. 4th place gets a little sideways. Boots hanging on to it. Beltman hanging on to the 2nd slot. These guys hit the 2nd to the last turn and still Boots. Beltman. Holmes, 1, 2, and 3. Roost gets that 4th slot, and the money will go like that. Boots, Beltman, Holmes, and Roost.
Wade Boots taking a big check home this weekend.
Good way to do it in the Pro Open.
I reckon you'll be real upset if you go away, so stay tuned, and we'll be back with Pete Small.
Discover the defensive training secrets of America's finest baseball school in an exciting videotape. Baseball World's Defensive Drills video